All right, good morning, everybody. Trying to rush to get the gardens prepped and ready for garlic, and I thought I'd do my mid-September 2025's garden tour real quick. Right here we do have the Anaheims. I've picked so many peppers off of those plants. We have the brown jalapenos and the poblamos over here. These do look nice. I realize I'm not a fan, grew them just to try them. That's Elton in the background. We do have the chocolate brown jalapenos. These are nice. You want a good sized stuffing pepper with awesome flavor, get yourself some of those. So I'll come out here and pick those. This bed is just kind of, here, I'm gonna set this down. It's producing lots of peppers. I haven't done anything with these yet though. I've picked some, these are the Reapers, and this plant's loaded with them. I like the flavor of the Reapers, so putting them in salsas like just amplifies all that. Here's the other ones. Whoopsies. Just broke a little leaf off, it's okay. But this is loaded as well, so I'll have to come here and get them before these ladies do. I threw down all the husk from the popcorn I harvested. They've been enjoying scratching around on that. That's Elton. Those are the little babies. Okay, so that was the hot peppers. Now we're just going to walk over to the other vegetable garden. Agenda today is to, in this bag right here, is to get garlic planted. I have about 10-15 minutes, and I thought I'd stop my process and kind of show you guys how I do it. But my daisies are looking very pretty. Pine needles have fallen everywhere. That's just a little bit of morning beauty for you guys. All right, let's get to work. I'll stop and show you guys my roses. These roses are this one bush. Look how pretty that. It smells delicious too. I haven't done much. I've picked it a few times just to put it in a vase inside, but this bush started off pretty small. And it's growing, and then they go from a nice yellow, then they turn white. But I'm pretty impressed with this little rose bush. It's probably grown about, wasn't much taller than that wooden stake there when I put it in just months ago. All right, entering the glorious vegetable garden. So here are the beans that I planted for a second succession, and as you can see, they are doing nicely. We will be picking beans here very shortly. This bed here is where I just pulled. Let me slowly pan over. This is where I stopped. I just pulled all the old beans. Some of them were getting pretty big. I've picked a couple handfuls. These are what has dried. We're going to get rain for like 3 or 4 days, so I thought I'd get out here and get this done real quick. But I picked off enough to plant for next year. It's probably not enough, but I'm going to grow more of the green, the Kalima bean, and stay away from the Selena, which is the purple one. But I got those separated, picked all the other ones off. That's where I stopped, and I was like, I should just kind of show you guys how I do it. I did this bed over here yesterday. That's where all the dry beans were. So what I do is I pulled all the plants I didn't want out. I reuse this straw because once it gets to like a spoilage state, it really doesn't drop seeds. I've never had anything germinate from using straw. I just kind of rake it, which is fine to rake next to the green beans here. It's not going to harm anything. And then what I do is I been using this organic chicken manure. Epson makes some good products. And then I use the blood meal. So what I do is I just sprinkle this all over the bed, and I'll just very gently tease it in with the rake. Then I come through and I make my holes, and I will sprinkle a teaspoon or two, whatever falls, of the blood meal. And then I plant all my bulbs. And when I'm done, I very nicely rake all the rest of the straw back over the bed. I'll probably add some more straw, honestly, for the winter months, just to keep it a little more insulated. But yeah, that's the process I do. And then they magically grow if a squirrel doesn't dig it out. But let's show you guys this. Let's just keep moving forward. These are my mint. I have not harvested for a while. This bush, this chocolate mint, grow it. It's really nice. This lemon, very nice. This one I'm not sure. It's in a smaller pot. A lot of dead little branches off of it. We'll see. I haven't harvested anything from this. It just looked like it was struggling. I bought it. It was, I don't know if you guys remember, it was getting pretty, it looked pretty rough when I bought it. So we're going to let it set for this year. But in the back, I've realized these are not the cantaloupes I thought they were, but they are the Kajari melons. And I did pick one. It was a little immature. Look at this cute little baby. And it was delicious. So I'm hoping to leave the rest of these and we'll get a nice harvest, because there is a bunch everywhere. We'll see what we can get for fruit. The last week or so was, which I'm sure a lot of people are experiencing, that seasonably colder than normal. This week it's been in 80, 85, hot, quite humid actually, which has honestly helped my tomatoes get back. Now, as far as this bed, I'm picking Roma still. There's still just a few left on these plants in the back row here. These I've completely given up on. These, I know they look rough, but I just picked a basket yesterday, a basket full. Not the cherry tomatoes. Those are done. But like you can see, there's still tomatoes on here. They'll turn. If not, my sister will have fried green tomatoes. These plants, like I said, I know they look rough, but they are putting off some new growth. We still have flowers. I have bees everywhere. So I'm pretty hopeful if this weather stays warm for a little bit longer, I'll get quite a bit. I've already put it up a year's worth of so many different tomato products. I got a nice cluster down there. We'll get to these before the rain hits. It may rain later today. We just have to rush and putting up a shed today real quick. Yeah, so that's the tomato plants. This one's pretty nice sized tomatoes here. I think this is the Kellogg's breakfast tomato, and obviously this is not, but it's coming from the other side. Yeah, so I'll just pan over this way. Haven't touched this. We're going to wait, like I said, because we're expanding the fence out. So we're just going to wait to expand that fence out. My squash, just letting these harden. I know they're huge. They're massive. We're going to let them harden, save the seeds out of them, and feed them to the chickens. I do have some down here that I don't think got properly pollinated. The one's a little rotten with the dead flower on it, but it's okay. We've got enough squash for the year. Our pumpkins, they're looking very nice. And if I show you guys on the other side, I noticed we have, and remember, I did not plant these. I have a couple more pumpkins growing, which was a fun surprise. So as you can see, I have taken down the popcorn. I just let it lay down here just to dry. It's fine. There wasn't anything here. The broccoli and cauliflowers that were here, they're not really I was going to say producing. They're not really growing the greatest. So I wasn't concerned if these stalks fell down on them. So I basically just bent them and laid them down. Took all the popcorn off. That's drying nicely, very nicely. The ones that are still standing is because the butternut squash over here, the little honey squash are, which they are turning a nice orange. They vined out and I did not want to wreck the vine. So I mean, it's not hurting anything. And I'm hoping by doing that, we gotta duck down. The cucumbers I did plant here, but you can tell they need sunlight. So I'm hoping that just brings out the sunlight a little bit more. I've only done that, I don't know, not even a week ago. But if I pan up, these beans, they're called 1500. They finally, in a blink of an eye, started producing like crazy. We've got beans everywhere now. Like they're everywhere. So, again, if you guys want a beautiful trellising green arch, grow these beans. They've proven, and now they are loaded. So I'm just hoping they mature to get to the dry state so we can harvest them. And then my squash, these are my enjoyment every year. Best flavor for pumpkin bars you'll ever get. Now we'll just go straight through here to the green peppers. They're looking nice. I've probably got almost the wheelbarrow I just showed you with the beans. I've probably harvested a whole wheelbarrow full of peppers. I've put away quite a bit. I just dice them and freeze them. I'll do slice bags. So I'll slice them in case you want fajitas. I just pull them out of the freezer. They're ready to go. You got peppers still turning in here. There's the chocolate one. There's peppers everywhere, guys. Not complaining. It's giving us a lot of food. Sweet potatoes again. We'll take you with for that one. Show you guys what we get off of that. This is where the sweet corn was. They're just drying. I'm gonna come in here. That was my plan today to get these down, but I don't think we're gonna have enough time. And then we'll just let the chickens scratch them or make a pretty arrangement. The cantaloupes, which are doing nicely. These are a petite cantaloupe. I have a couple down here that you can see. And what I thought was cantaloupe back here, if I can get through this bed without stomping on anything, or past these vines, this is actually pumpkins. Again, I did not grow pumpkins here. So there's a little pumpkin. The one I was showing you guys through the fence the other week, I don't think you can see it. I'll go around and show you guys. It's quite massive. All right, turning around. Brussels sprouts, I haven't even checked these. We had quite a pressure of worms, so I was just a little, I don't know, hesitant to actually look. So this is the first time I've looked at these in a couple weeks here. Some of them don't look so bad. Might have to come out here soon and harvest them. If not, the chickens will enjoy them. Broccoli, cauliflower, well, as you can see, these things took off and they look really great. We've got broccoli starting on this one. I've got them kind of intertwined. You could tell by the base what they are. Like, this is a cauliflower. I'm looking at these closely for the first time with you guys, and I don't see any cauliflower, but like I said, I do see broccoli. It's down there. It's starting. We'll get some more broccoli. I'll make a nice cheddar broccoli soup. The one I left will have plenty of broccoli seeds. This thing won't stop. I could have came out here and harvested so much broccoli. It won't stop producing. there's clusters everywhere. I'll come around this way and show you guys. It set off so many side shoots that look like new plants. You got a big head right there. All right, moving on. Again, I haven't fixed where the rain washed out because we are expanding this, so I'm just going to touch it once instead of trying to touch it several times. My rutabagas, they're looking nice, doing what they do. Not the one back there, towards the back. This one's looking nice. Lettuce has gone to seed, which is fine, because now I have seed for next year. This lettuce right here has not. This is some pretty good lettuce. My little volunteer has, I've picked probably half a dozen tomatoes off of this. So, we're definitely getting food. Or I'll slowly pan around and just show you how nice the broccoli and cauliflower plants look. They look so nice. And then, like I said, the flowers are pretty. It's keeping my pollinators happy in here. The pollinators absolutely love these tomatillos. I've picked quite a bit off of these. There's, if you can see, there is quite a bit more to pick off. So that's good. And the green stalks, strawberries, I haven't done anything with them. I've harvested. You can see down here where I cut my chives, like right here. That's all new growth. Same as all of these, you can see right here. It's just all new growth. I've harvested quite a bit of herbs off of this. So that's a good thing. Made a lot of my sauces. And then the carrot one. These look nice. Very strong, healthy plants in here. This is that pink variety of celery, which I can't remember the name of it. And then this is just regular. So we'll have quite a bit of carrots here soon and a bunch of food to eat. For the first time, I had a couple bunches of celery over here. I don't know if you guys remember. I think that's why this broccoli wasn't producing very well. Or I think this is actually one of the cauliflowers. Because I had it tucked in right here. And I think it was shading that plant too much. But anyways, I harvested it. And then I canned it for the first time. So that was fun. That was a fun experience. So now I got pre-cooked celery if I just want to throw a soup together. Oh, there's a pollinator right over there. Alright, so, yeah, like I said, I know this video is a little rushed. We have lots and lots of work to do today. So here's just a realistic pan of my mid-September garden. It's kept me extremely busy. Like I said, I've got some cleanup to do. So by the end of this week, hopefully once the rain stops, maybe Sunday, this will all be cleaned up. Most likely this whole bed will be cleaned up. Majority of the tomato plants, I'm going to leave this bed, but the majority of the tomato plants in this bed, I'm going to pull all of them and prep the bed to get them ready. I will probably get them ready for next year. But as far as maintenance, like I said, you can see there's some weeds here and there. Like I said, I always keep a 5-gallon pail here. And so when I see weeds like this when I'm harvesting, I just pluck them out. This area, for some reason, it's like this. There's always a bunch of weeds here. So I fixed this area from the washout. We get about 3 inches, just over 3 inches of rain last week. And it washed it out again. So yesterday I quickly raked a little bit, but you could see the difference in color where I was raking. So we have to definitely get this garden expanded and put some sort of curb to keep all the rainwater out. But yeah, that's my garden so far, guys, and I'm very impressed and I'm very happy and blessed to have such a wonderful space to grow in, and I've put up so much food. There's another little pan. And if I wasn't in such a hurry, there's quite a bit more that I'd like to show you guys. But we'll do another video next month on the 1st and show you an update of everything that's changed. Changed or progressed. Alright, so now I have to get to planting garlic, which I can walk over here and show you guys what I've got. So I have chestnut red, Georgian crystal, and German red. And then this bag is, yesterday I went through, they're open. I went through and broke all the cloves up. So we're ready to rock and roll. So there was 164 actually. And this bed that I planted about every 6 inches. So it was, looking at it this way, it was 7 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 24 looking at it this way. And then we'll plant the rest, like I said, right down here, which today we're planting these 2, and there's 37, and then 23 of the other variety. So we're gonna pop those in real quick and get our butts moving for the day. It's an early morning before the sun rises, and hopefully we don't get rained out. So from my garden to yours, happy growing.